Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, here's Corral. They find some open field here, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. The first down throw here for Corral. There's Tremble, the tight end, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
4th down, here's Corral. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. First down, here's Corral with it. In trouble, and he's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Corral looking to throw. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Corral. And he whips that one incomplete there.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Third down, Corral. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Corral. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate?
Now Cook hit and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Yellow. Throwing his Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leaders...
Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Cousins to throw it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Tackle made by Ole Miss's Marquise Haynes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when you think of the tight end position, that was really a glorified wide receiver. We're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position, and they're going to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. If they got you the football and gave you a great opportunity, you got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had the defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling, touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 30 yards. And the Vikings continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Zadarius Smith, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Foreman. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and 4.
They'll look to run with Hubbard.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
They'll run for it. This is Foreman. And he is going to be out of bounds here, short of the line to gain, so that will be a turnover on downs.
So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Cook again. And some room to maneuver. There's the stiff arm. Touchdown, Vikings. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, it's Corral. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Corral. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
158 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson.
54 yards.
And the Vikings start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth.
The extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
With it, 1st down here.
And my goodness, another interception.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Panthers' 49-yard line.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open space.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Corral on 1st down. From the left side, it's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop them with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Option play, right side, Corral. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
The tackle made to Giant midfield.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that being able